Hi guys, it's Unders. Today we are going to have a look at how you can get your music on things like Spotify, Apple Music and the other streaming services that are out there, as well as iTunes and places that you can sell your music from, and how you go about doing that. So this sort of information is useful to you. Pop a like on this video, subscribe to the channel. We're going to keep doing more and more videos like this. The more interaction we get, the better it is. I know what you guys are after and what it is you really want to see and learn about. Now, when we're doing this and we want to get our music out onto digital stores, and we've got digital release and things like that, what we need to know is how we're going to get it there. And the key thing we're looking for here is a digital distributor. Okay, now they come in many forms and there are many different types of digital distributor and how they operate. There's a ton of different companies, so you can have a look for CD Baby, DistroKid, Ditto Music, Louder, Mondo Tunes, Reverb Nation have their own distribution side as well, TuneCore. There's probably others still popping up all the time. We can talk about a couple here. So I've got experience with 3 of them overall. One that I'm really a big supporter of and still using now, and all of my music now goes through that. What you need to look at is exactly what you want to get out of it. Do you just want to be on Spotify, and are you going to be putting albums out, or are you going to be putting singles out regularly? You need to know what you're going to do and what your market is and where you want to be with it. So I at the moment have been putting out singles fairly regularly. I think I've done like 10, maybe 12 in the last couple of years. Because of that, I use DistroKid. I can pay one upfront fee and I can release as many singles and versions and edits and remixes of those singles as I want, and they'll distribute to all of the major stores. If you're putting out albums, something like TuneCore or CD Baby might support you a little bit better. So instead of having a yearly fee, you pay per album. You can distribute that whole album in one go. If I was to do that with singles, I would have spent excess of 200 quid just putting tracks out, whereas it's cost me about $20. The flip side of that is, if you're putting albums out all the time, why pay a subscription when you can potentially just pay sort of $9 and just get the whole album out in one go? You need to work out what you're going to do and what's best for you and where you want to be as well. So not every distributor distributes to everywhere. DistroKid, for example, the one I'm using at the moment, they go to all of the major digital online stores, so Spotify, iTunes and things like that. They don't distribute to specialist stores, and the specialist stores are BeatPort and Juno Records. So Juno Records is a big one for me. I rarely put stuff on there, but it's a big store in my genre. And if you're doing electronic music, house especially, and the current trends that are always going on in electronic music, BeatPort is where you want to be. And BeatPort, you have to have a regular label, regular releases, and you have to be able to maintain that for BeatPort to support you. So DistroKid, because of the way they work, they don't distribute to BeatPort. Ditto Music, for example, they will allow you to distribute to BeatPort. There's extra costs involved and things like that. You need to have a look at it and see if it's what you're after, but that is an option. Now, a lot of people want to be on BeatPort because you can give away the high quality versions of your music. What I do instead, I use Bandcamp. So Bandcamp will allow you to do WAVs and FLAC files and uncompressed versions of your music, and the prices you can sell it for are also set by you rather than BeatPort. And there's no subscription, there's no extra fees to pay, there's no messing around with extra distributors. So I go for DistroKid to get it to all the main stores and streaming sites, and then I manage my Bandcamp myself. Again though, you need to look at what's going to be best for yourself and how you want to go about doing it. With Ditto, I used Ditto originally because they were a nice local company. They were near to where I was living. They were going to be the best people for me to go with. I have not had a good experience with them. If you search online, you also find that a lot of other people have had similar issues to what I've had with getting tracks taken down and missed release times and things like that. But they support you in BeatPort and other areas like that. So it's really weighing up what it is that you're after. Now, Reverb Nation, that was the first thing I ever really got into. The reason I don't use it is everything you do through Reverb Nation is branded as Reverb Nations, and I would rather have my own logo, my own brand, the sort of things you see on this YouTube channel, rather than everything stamped with Reverb Nation and then my name just a little bit underneath it. So, but it's a cheap option. It's a really cheap way to go, and they've got great tools for you to embed to Facebook, embed to your own websites, and distribute to film companies and things like that. But it's all heavily branded and weighted towards them. So you need to see what you want out of it and where you want to go with it, and what you can afford, because different companies, the prices scale and flip massively. For example, I don't have my music, so it's registered on Shazam, because every track I need to register for Shazam costs extra money. But I'm not a big enough artist to really worry about it. However, if I start getting more radio play than I'm already getting, perhaps if I get a TV feature or something like that, I would definitely look at doing it, but perhaps just for a couple of tracks. If you're releasing albums or you're doing TV music and it's getting featured a lot, you want to have that Shazam thing so someone can look it up and go, wow, this is this tune, buy it straight from iTunes. That can be integrated into some of the digital distributors. So you really need to weigh up what it is you're after when you're searching for them. But that's the terminology you need, and that is how you're going to get your music onto streaming sites, onto iTunes, so people can discover you and potentially buy your music, and those that don't buy it, stream. And personally, I get more than double the revenue from streams than I do from sales. And I can't imagine that's going to change in the future. When we look at the free places like SoundCloud, they are still building up and doing that. And now they're offering you a way to generate income with it. I've had my first 2 rolls round from SoundCloud as well, because that's now generating income as well. So weigh up what you need, have a good look and a bit of research. If you guys want to know more about the different companies and perhaps get me to do a comparison and outline of the different features they do, we can totally do that. Just let me know by popping a like on the video, giving us a comment, and I'll build that up for you guys, and we'll work out what's going to be best for perhaps even different genres or different ways of releasing and how you guys want to do it. So thanks very much. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.